What's up, glitches? Today we're checking out Bright Memory Infinite, a fast-paced first-person shooter that launched back in 2021. Now, this is a game that I first heard about when Microsoft was teasing the Xbox Series X, and I just remember thinking that this was one of the very few games that actually looked next-gen, so it got me pretty excited. But as it turns out, the game wasn't actually a launch title, and so I forgot all about it until I randomly saw it on Steam for $20, and it so happened to also be backed by a bunch of good reviews. So just like that, the wallet came out and I was ready to dive in and maybe discover a hidden gem of an FPS, which, by the way, has a really terrible name. So in this video, I'll be sharing my thoughts and impressions of the game. So let's get right into it. So right off the bat, my experience was rocky. The menus and UI, pretty bad. Trying to switch display settings? Yeah, that kept crashing my game. Love that. It's always a great sign when you haven't even started playing and you're already annoyed. Then we have the cutscenes and voice acting. Cringe? Yeah. But honestly, when you're here for mindless fun, who really cares? The game does have some cool weather effects, and the graphics, while a bit dated, still hold up decently. And to be fair, considering that this game was made by only one person, that's pretty impressive. Now let's talk about the actual gameplay. The gunplay is very basic and very arcadey. Nothing revolutionary, but serviceable. Movement, on the other hand, is pretty solid. You've got double jumps, dashes, and grapple hooks. It's fast and fluid. It's exactly what you want in a game like this. Now, the enemy design is also kind of interesting, bouncing between futuristic soldiers and ancient warriors, which feels like a very specific aesthetic choice. But where the game really shines is in its combat variety. You're not just shooting, you've got a sword and some flashy abilities that crank the action up to 11. You can tell that the dev basically threw every cool FPS mechanic into a blender, and for the most part, it works. Except when it doesn't. Unfortunately, my experience got worse from there. Early in the first mission, I ran into a bug that completely killed the game's audio. I'm not sure if I got a bad build or what, but performance issues kept popping up and slowly drained my enthusiasm. Then came the boss battles, and this is where the game really lost me. I kept dying to the first boss, not because it was hard, but because I spent way too long trying to figure out its weakness. I thought maybe there was some kind of trick to beating it. Nope. As it turns out, you just walk up and spam the same button to melee him with your sword, and eventually, you win. It's extremely anticlimactic.
Time's up, that's all!
And that pretty much sums up Bright Memory Infinite. It's a game that looks cool and is fun at first, but once that initial excitement wears off, which for me happened quickly thanks to the bugs, you start to realize how repetitive and stale it actually is. But, oh well, I am still glad that I tried it. Maybe one day I'll give it another shot. And hey, if you think I rage quit way too soon, let me know in the comments. Should I have stuck with it, or was I right to bounce early? Either way, don't forget to drop a like and make sure you subscribe to the channel and be part of the first 100 subscribers. And until next time, Glitchy out.